Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to talk about two AI solutions and we're going to compare them. One that is a $10 AI solution that should help us with government contracting versus a $100 AI tool that's also should help us with government contracting, and we're going to compare them and see if the $100 or the $90 difference is going to be worth it. So let's get started. The first tool that we're going to talk about is obviously ChatGPT. Now the way that we're going to do it is that we're going to try to use SAM.gov and then we're going to try to use ChatGPT at the same time and see how we can find the contract, understand the contract, and then generate a proposal to the contract and find subcontractors that are going to help us do the job. Starting with finding the contract, so we're going to go on here and look for HVAC contracts, and then we're just going to choose a random one. So let's perhaps choose this one. And it looks like it's all good. We have a few attachments and then we also have the contract itself. So we'll copy this, go to ChatGPT, and we say this is the title and main info of the contract, and then we're gonna go back with this information right here. We're gonna paste it, and then we're gonna also go back and select the general information, and then lastly we're going to bring the classification. I'm going to say just give me in bullet points the info needed. Okay, sounds good. So now we have the title, etc., general information, and the classification and the place of performance. Now we're going to get the description, copy it, and then we say here is the description. Give me a summary. Okay, agency requirements. So the Army Contracting Command with the U.S. Army Gas and Public Works Directorate. The contract details type fixed firm priced, funding funds, duration up to 5 years, based set aside. Okay, all good, all good. Let me know if you know any more detailed breakdown. Nice. Now we have a few attachments here, so we're gonna download all of them. And here we have the download, so we're just gonna unzip it, and then we're gonna open it, and then we just have to go through these one by one. We want them. Okay, so requirement list, we just want like the RFP, for example. So all the sheets. Okay, so maybe it's that one. Okay, so I'm gonna assume it's this one, the PDF. So I'll go back to ChatGPT and I'm gonna upload it here, and then I'm gonna ask, give me a summary of this file that came with the attachment, that came with the contract, sorry. Okay, now I'm gonna upload it again, and then I will say extract. So I asked it to extract the key information, scope of work, main tasks, objectives, and deliverables. And then I also asked it for technical specifications, detailed technical requirements, performance metrics if available, timeline and milestone, and evaluation criteria. To get that from the attachment, and it's reading the document, and then it says, here are the key points, scope of work. The document does not detail the full scope of work, but focuses on access requirements. Okay, so maybe I also chose the wrong attachment, which is an issue. Attended the mandatory site visit, April 8th. Contractors must submit. Okay, so the technical specifications and requirements is nice. Performance metrics not specified in this document, so there's also another issue. There's a timeline. And no specific evaluation criteria is included. The document is mainly about logistics and security procedures for gaining everything. Okay, so now we're gonna ask it, give me Google. So I just asked it, from everything you learned from this contract, give me Google search terms to look for subcontractors and the place of performance. So we're gonna look for HVAC contractors in Natick, MA. And then we'll go to Google, and then we'll look at these and check the reviews. So let's see this one, reviews, go through the reviews. We're gonna go through that one. Let's look for industrial HVAC service near as well. So we're also gonna have this search, and then we're gonna look for the Google one. And then we're also gonna go through the reviews. And then lastly, what we're going to do, okay, now based off everything, I am a small proposal opportunity. Okay, so now I want to generate a proposal for this opportunity. So I'll say, okay, now based on everything, I am a small business that I would like to write a proposal for this opportunity. Please write a professional proposal that is standard format for government contracts and will make sure I comply with the entire opportunity. If anything is missing, leave it in brackets because I don't want it to make stuff on its own. I want it for me to fill it out later on. So let's see what's gonna write. It's always gonna write it in a smaller, in like a extracted chat. And let's see. So the only thing with this is that it doesn't have my information. It doesn't have any of the requirements that I have. It doesn't have my past performances. It doesn't have my licenses or any certifications that I have, or it also doesn't know that I am a small business owner and I qualify for one of the set asides. So it's not going to use that into the understanding of the proposal, but it won't be bad and we'll be fair with it. So this proposal follows a structured professional format ensuring compliance with federal contract standards. Let me know if you'd like requirements. So to take a look at it, there's a small conclusion. As you see here, we told it to leave everything blank that it doesn't know. But the formatting is good. I just wish it was a bit more bigger, and over here, because it doesn't understand all of my company details, it's not being so tailored to the opportunity and to my business as well. But it is a proposal that we're downloading, and we're going to fill out everything here, and we'll make sure we have our address, we have our name, title, our company name. We'll make sure we do the calculations for everything here, and we bid on this one. And now let's go and start bidding on the $100 platform, and that platform is called SamSearch. And let's compare it with ChatGPT and how well is it going to do compared to ChatGPT. Is it going to be more worth it? Is it going to be less worth it? Let's find out. So we're going to sign up. So once we signed up, we went to the company profile and we're setting up our company profile. So after we filled out the company profile main information, we're going to go to the business description, and now we want to tell the AI about our company, and that's a requirement for us to use SamSearch. So we're just going to input my company's website, and we're going to generate the description for it just for it to be faster. And it should generate to us a small description, and it also generated to us the next codes that we're applicable to use. And in the documents, I also uploaded my capability statement and a past performance statement that I had, and also I have my white papers here that I also uploaded. And now we're going to look for the same contract that we found. So we're going to just go find it on sam.gov, and we can search for it with the notice ID. And here we're going to look for this contract. So we see here it's this one, but we could have also just used the AI powered search. And for example, we looked for HVAC maintenance, etc., and we could find it. The AI search with SamSearch is smarter. So if we misspell, we misuse, we say renting instead of leasing, for example, it will understand all of that. So from here, right off the bat, we can have a smart summary of what this contract is. We get a summary with every single result that shows up in the search, and from here we'll see the type and the agency, the next code, and the set aside if it's available. And we also see the timeline on the side. So we scroll, we see the summaries right away. But we're just going to compare this one. So there's the smart summary here. So I didn't need to put all the information and ask it to summarize it. I have all the main information here, and that is the description. That is also part of the summary. And over here we have these attachments. And what was the attachment that we used? It was the NSCC contract access PDF. So it's also the NSC. So it was this one. So let's summarize it. So here's a summary of the contract, of the attachment that we asked it for. And okay, so we're seeing what the summary is about. I should have summarized the solicitation with ChatGPT, but when I was going through the files here, I was missing it maybe, but it's all good. Now we're back on here. So now that this is summarized, we also want to find the subcontractors. So we can just click on subcontractors here, and we're finding potential subcontractors in the area of performance. And again, we can just click on the details and we should see the reviews, or we can go to the website, for example, and it'll take us straight to the subcontractor's website to take a look at it more. It's not loading for this one, but oh, here we go. And then if we also want to understand more information about the contract, we can ask SAM Search AI. And from here we can say, oh, summary. So the thing about this versus SAM Search versus ChatGPT is on ChatGPT, it only understands from the information I fed it and I gave it one attachment and the main information of the contract with the description. With SAM Search is getting the information from all the attachments over here and the description, not just one attachment that I fed it. So you see on here, it also tells me which attachment it grabbed the information from. So I also keep a source of that, and I can also ask it to do more stuff. For example, I can also ask it to give me the evaluation and the criteria. Let's see if this one gonna find out what the evaluation and criteria. Okay, so it did give us the evaluation and criteria for this proposals compared when we asked ChatGPT, if we remember here, about the criteria. It told us it did not, there is no specific evaluation criteria, but that's not on ChatGPT, that's also on us not feeding it the right information. I just didn't want it to take so long, right? Where over here we have all the information, all the attachments, and boom, we also got the evaluation criteria, and again we're getting which information grabbed it from. And let's move on to the next step, which is generating the proposal. So over here we have all the attachments, and we're just going to uncheck all of these. I just don't want these to be used in the attachments in the proposal. So as you know, we can select which attachments we want to use, and we're just going to select these random ones to be used. And I'm also going to have my capability statement to use my past performance in my white paper. The reason for this is if I'm doing multiple jobs, if I do HVAC and landscaping and construction, I don't want my landscaping and fencing documents to be mixed with my HVAC documents. So I want to have separate capability statements. I want to have separate white papers, separate past performances. So I'm going to keep that over here. And now let's generate the outline. So over here we have the outline generated, and we do have our writing plan for every section, and we have 2 sections over here. So we are in control of what these sections are. We can edit the sections, improve the writing plan, which is equivalent to the prompt on ChatGPT. And then we can also increase or decrease the pages for every section. For example, the technical approach for this one is 6 pages. Let's go over here and make it 5. I forgot to click save. And then once we like everything about the outline, we can go ahead and generate the proposal. So another comparison, that is a small detail compared to ChatGPT, that I cannot leave ChatGPT. I have to wait for it. Over here I can leave it, and I'll be notified by email once it's ready. Now by the time it's writing this proposal, I can be browsing other contracts and looking over them and trying to summarize more of them. And it's gonna go on and on and on and write more and more. As you see, I didn't have to do so many prompts compared to ChatGPT. I didn't have to tell it a lot of stuff. It just understands from my information, from my documents that I uploaded, from me uploading the website of my company. That's where it gets all the information, but it also has all the information of the contract already as well. And so far it's looking like we're still at the technical approach, and it looks like it's going to be a lot bigger than the proposal that we got on ChatGPT. So what is happening? Is it rewriting here? I think it's rewriting it. Did it just rewrite it? I'm confused of what happened. But regardless, if that is what the contract is looking like, oh, here, now it's writing. Okay, now it's done. I think it regenerated it. But you see here that we have these tables. These are nice tables to have. And if we go back to SAM search, we'll see that it's still writing. So it didn't have tables yet, but it's doing these timeline lines that I really like. And there's the compliance and risk management. I don't think it mentioned the compliance and risk management in the ChatGPT section, and that's because it didn't have all the information necessary. And we'll come back to this once the proposal is done generating. So let's go back. All right, so we're back. I forgot to do the transition. The seems to be already done. It's a lot longer than the ChatGPT one, as you see. And we can, the nice part about this compared to ChatGPT is that we can edit the proposal on the text editor itself. So we can start writing We can fill out these information here ourselves right away, so we can start just typing them instead of having to download them and go back to ChatGPT. And then also another thing is that we can highlight a section, for example, the quality control plan. Because I liked the tables on ChatGPT, let's select some stuff from the quality control plan, for example, this part, and we're gonna go and ask it, now that it's highlighted, oh, I missed this part, sorry, ask it to make this section a table. And here you go, it gave me the table that I liked from ChatGPT as well. So I can copy that and then I could paste it here. Once I'm all done, I can also ask the chat on the side to help me write. So this section, the overview of the methodologies, for example, I want you to expand on this part. And now it's going to expand on this part, and it should give me a longer part that I can also take and put on the proposal. And the thing about SAM search, it's that it's fine-tuned for government contracting AI. It's not just a big massive AI that is scrubbing the whole web, and that's what I really like the most about it. Not as much as I like the accessibility parts and the fast and like how efficient it is, and I don't have to upload everything one shot and like copy paste, but it's also the accuracy that has given me the accuracy, and I'm still not losing the fast paced kind of environment that I like to put myself in. Once this is all done, I can go ahead and download it here as a Word document, and that will be my export way. And this is one of the features that SAM search has. It also has chatting with documents, scheduling bid alerts, saving your opportunities, and over here you'll find all the proposals that you drafted before. So this is the $100 tool compared to ChatGPT. You make the call, you make the judgment. I'm myself an AI guy. I like AI. I like to have my life really quickly. I don't like to waste my time. As much as I use ChatGPT and it helped us and it's great, but if there's a better tool that's going to save me so much time and is going to elevate my government contracting game to the next level, I'm choosing that. Go on the link below and try it out yourself. Subscribe for a month and see if you like it or no. See how much time it's going to save you. Try out the smart search that includes federal, state grants, and the small business funding. Let me know in the comments, how do you like that? With that, don't forget to subscribe for more government contracting video, and a lot of them are going to be related to AI. And happy bidding.